Alright, guys, welcome back to Spiritual Selfish channel. My name is Christina Day, and today, guys, I really want you to hear out and focus on the tagline of Spiritual Selfish. Most probably, you've already heard it if you are watching this video, if you are watching my videos, which is focus on self, raise your vibration, become conscious creator of your own life. And this is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. How to become conscious creator of your own life. And guys, I want you really understand this concept, conscious creation, right? Because I know it's being, it's thrown around word creator around in spiritual communities and manifestation communities all around, but you have to really understand that you are the creator. You have the power, not even the power, you are shaping the way your reality or the way you experience your reality every single second. You are a creator regardless. The question is, are you conscious creator or unconscious? Are you consciously aware of what you are creating? Right? So I really, with all of this, themes and situations and transformations on earth that are happening right now, a lot of people can fall into unconscious creation because of the fear, right? So I really feel called to how to say, awaken more of you and bring your awareness to become conscious creator, because there's tremendous need for more and more people to step up, to step into their leadership, and to step and become conscious creators of their own realities. So if you feel, the external world have been, affecting you, and you're kind of creating your reality based of your habits, based of your, past programming, this video is for you. So please give it a like, and let's jump in. So the first thing I want you guys, let's talk about what is conscious creator, right? As I touched in intro already, conscious creator is somebody who knows what they want. They're very clear on what they want and where they're going. They're taking a responsibility that, hey, it's actually up to me to create this, right? Versus unconscious creator, they're most of the time don't even know or don't have that goal what they want, or think that they cannot do it, right? Most of the time, unconscious creation is happening, something is happening in the world, and then I respond or react, would be correctly to say more. Versus conscious creation is coming from inwards. I want something, and this is mine, this is done. I'm gonna, take inspired action to create it. So it requires, if you want to be in charge of your destiny and shape your destiny, it requires to step into leadership. And when I say leadership and be a leader, it does not mean that you have to be a leader and, have thousands of followers that are following you. No, the leader leads himself or herself first. All right? So I want you to remind you that you have everything that you need to take the next step. You just need to get very clear on what you want, take responsibility that it's up to you, and just do it. Step into that leadership. And this is where, in the title, I said working with your inner child to step into that leadership, to become conscious creator. And why this is so important, I've actually never seen anyone talk about it. Because most of us humans, we have like this imposter syndrome. We have this child complex because most of us are afraid to step into our leadership, are afraid to take responsibility. Don't even talk about, what do you want? Because most of us, if you rewind and go back into your childhood, what does it mean? having this child complex, is constantly putting someone else on the pedestal, constantly thinking there's something wrong with you, you're not good enough, or having this fear that, oh, if you do something, you might be scolded, or you might be, wrong, or whatever, right? We have this where if you're living from this wounded child, there's this huge contraction of just being afraid to live, right? So I want you just to take a second right now and think about your childhood. How did you feel in your childhood? Did you feel free to create, free to express yourself? Have you been receiving love from your caretakers? If you have, that's amazing. I'm so, so happy for you. But unfortunately, in our society, in our modern world, most of us did not have that, quote, privilege. Most of us were suppressed and, conditioned and put in a box and in a frame of what we're supposed to do straight away. And obviously I'm not saying you have to raise a child who does whatever. No, obviously there has to be guidance. But, most of us did not have conscious parents, right? They were raising us doing the best they can, which was unfortunately projecting their own limiting beliefs, their own programming, limited programming and conditioning. And we took that on, right? Which also created traumas for us not being allowed to express ourselves, feeling unsafe, feeling that also, a grown-up, somebody else knows better, right? And this is where this child complex comes in, and this is why it's so challenging to step into leadership, because we constantly think that somebody else knows better. And I will tell you, no one else knows better what is best for you. No one. Do you realize that? You are the only person who knows what is best for you, what are your best interests, all right? No one is coming to punish you. No one is coming to blame you. And no one is coming to save you. You have to realize if you want something in your life, and no matter how outrageous it might feel and how far away your idea and desire might feel, you will never get there if you don't take responsibility. The moment you take responsibility, the moment you put and acknowledge, you know what, this is actually what I want, and I take responsibility, and I'm gonna do the best I can, everything that is in my power to get there, or at least move closer to it. Do you really think that it's 100% you won't get it? Of course, you might not get it straight away. It's always learning and like being in progress. But if you don't try, that's 100% no. All right? So this is where working with your inner child comes in. And there are two ways how we can work with our inner child so that we can actually step into that leadership and start taking responsibility. And before I share with you these two ways, please, if this video is helping you already, give it a like so that more people can share it, so more people can see it. Because imagine if more people step into their leadership, step into their conscious creation, how different and more free and safe our world will feel, right? And as always, donations are really appreciated, but always not expected. But there is the link down in the description box. But the two ways you can work with your inner child is first, healing your inner child, healing that fear inside of you, processing and releasing that fear. Healing fear of responsibility, healing the fear and processing and releasing the fear of, if I do something, I might do it wrong and then I will be scolded, I will be punished. Realize you are the adult now. Realize you're the parent now. So you have to be the parent for your inner child that you never had. You have to step up and say to your inner child, I'm here for you, I'm listening, right? And give your child that space to express themselves. Because when you process it, when you heal it, this is when, like this illusion, fearful illusion that you cannot do something or something bad is going to happen or other people know better, will start to wash away. But we need to acknowledge first that inner pain that our inner child is still experiencing and is projecting as this child complex that keeps you stuck in this inferior position. You have to realize we're all humans trying our best, trying to figure this shit out on our planet. There's no one who's more, what's the opposite of inferior? More superior. Yeah, superior and inferior. No, we're all the same. We just have, a lot of us are carrying this wounded child complex. So it's time first to heal. And then once, you heal and process a lot of this past trauma, suppressed emotions, and really heal your inner child and build that connection with your inner child, then it's about listening. And this is the second way of working with your inner child. So one is healing, second is listening. All right, we healed, we released a lot of, unprocessed stuff from the past. But working with your inner child is ongoing process. Right? So, for me, for example, I was on a podcast the other day interview, and the download I, kind of splurged out is I mostly don't meditate. I don't, because, I don't have the need to, at this point, I don't have this need to sit down and meditate and sit in silence for 20 minutes or whatever, because I created my life. The way I am connected to my heart, the way I'm connected to my inner being and my inner child, I'm always connected. I'm always listening. So I don't have to kind of sit down and listen. The moment I feel something is off, the moment I feel this misalignment, my child is either experiencing fear or I'm trying to push her to do something which I actually don't want to do or she doesn't want to do, I will stop and really listen to my feelings. What is that, Christina? What's off? And you listen and you connect to your heart and you will get the answer instantly. We just have to listen. It's always communicating. Our child always communicating to us. Most of us don't listen to our inner child, or is afraid because there's so much darkness. And this is why it's so important to do the healing and release part first. Right? And imagine, when you don't have these limitations and fears, subconscious fears, you stop projecting it into the world. And when you know, and your inner child knows, hey, actually, Christina, John, or, whatever your name is, she or he actually has my back. She has best interests. And she will do the best she can to create the life that I want, to incorporate fun and to create the things that I desire. Because your inner child knows what is best for you. Then, when you are so connected, aligned, the creation part becomes easy. The leadership part becomes easy. Because you don't have to prove anything to anyone. No one can come and say you're wrong. Because they don't know what's best for you. Because what you're creating for yourself. So stop giving, flying F what anyone else wants from you. And, the last things I'm going to finish off, guys, here is I know some of you might be sitting and thinking, well, Christina, I cannot do this. I'm maybe living with my parents still. Or Christina, I cannot do this because my parents expect me to do this, or otherwise they will disown me. And, first of all, I'm sorry to hear if you're experiencing something like this. But this is where you need to become the parent for yourself. This is where you need to step up and put yourself first. Because in my experience, in my opinion, humble opinion, shame on those parents who are pressuring their children, no matter how old or young they are, to do something that their parents are wanting. You know, you need to do this job, or you need to get a job, or you need to do that, or who do you think you are to start your business, or whatever. Shame on those parents who reject their children for just being themselves. Obviously, we are conscious creators, and we know that, you know, parents like this, they're just doing the best they can with their interest, at the best heart, but they're projecting their limitation onto you versus just giving you the space. So, if that's the case, I know it might feel uncomfortable, but you have to make an uncomfortable decision and prioritize yourself. This is where the spiritual selfish comes in. You have to focus on yourself first, because no one will focus on you, because no one knows what's the best thing for you. Only you know this. Only you have that power. All right, guys? So I really hope this encouraged you, reminded you, and empowered you to stop giving a crap about rest of the world and about rest of the people. It's time to become spiritually selfish. It's time to put yourself first. You have to lead yourself first. You have to create the world you came here to create, the reality you came here to create. Because only when you are tapped into and turned on into your heart and connected with your inner child, you are able to create consciously create what you came here to do, your soul mission. Your divine gift will activate, your frequency will raise. But if we constantly are living in fear and something is wrong, or I have to do something for someone else, this is not conscious creation. This is just, following the herd. All right, I'm sending you so much love. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a like. Also, before I forget, if you guys want to go deeper into working with your old baggage and, working with your inner child, working with your identity, working with your ego, all of that is called shadow work, right? All of this is unconscious parts of us that are falling into our shadow. I do have a separate course, which is called Free Your Shadow, where we dive deep into different modalities and understanding our ego, identity, belief systems, so that we can clear it, right? Because no one taught us this in the past. But now we have more and more conscious creators and healers who are awakening and doing the work. And this information is finally becoming available to all of us online. So if you want to go deeper into this, if you're looking for, support and guidance, I do have the course. There's a bunch of meditations. The feedback from my students have been incredible. How it shifted their consciousness level and how they're able not to be reactive anymore to the outside world, and how they're able to observe versus react, and being connected to the source energy, and being in this inner peace and deep connection with themselves. Because again, it's all about self, ourselves, to put ourselves first, heal, release, be this divine, vibrant being, so that then we can overflow with this joy and impact in a positive way other people around us. All right, guys. So love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, my beautiful conscious creators. So give it a like. I would love to hear back from you in the comments, and we'll talk soon. Bye.